Right about now.
Now. You are
tuned into the greatest.
Let's kick off the show with the hottest music. This is NAM Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Naboth RIZLA from NAM Radio, here to present to you a NAM Radio Spotlight exclusive. NAM Radio Spotlight is an hour-long radio show for promoting indie artists and amazing music talent from all around the world. In 2021, we decided to give you a visual and exclusive as we talk to these amazing stars and get you a front row seat as they perform some of their most amazing musical classics, man. Without wasting much time, I would like to present to you all the way from New York. Well, he says he's close to New York, but come on, that counts. A singer, songwriter, producer, and amazing podcaster, Conor Walsh. Good morning to you, Conor.
Good morning. Man. How's it going?
Hey, it's going pretty good, man. Nice to finally get to link up with you. We're going to have some fun, and I can't wait to play some of your music, man.
Oh, I can't wait, man. No, this is really exciting, and I'm super honored to be here right now.
Yeah, man, I just love to tell the listeners that at the end of the show, you can head over to YouTube and get to watch him perform live. That's going to be an experience, man. We offered him one song, and guess what? He's got a bonus. He wants to do 3 songs. So who am I to stop him? Come on now. Yeah, man.
Hey,
right,
I'm glad.
Man.
I'm glad to have the opportunity. Like with COVID right now, the chance to play out is very scarce. So any opportunity to play is greatly appreciated, and having this platform means a lot.
Thanks a lot, man. So happy to have you on here. And yeah, man, let's get straight to the beautiful music and what you're all about. So I'd like to start, obviously, if you notice from the intro, I just went crazy for the podcasting part. So I want to start with the Walsh Wednesday. I love the cafeteria story, and I would love for you to, share with people how you got the Walsh Wednesday started and what it is, all the way to what it has become, because it's been such a journey, and I've been following it through your write-up, and it looks like it's something amazing. We'll get to share how that experience, how that started.
Yeah, definitely. Walsh Wednesday, just how it all came to be happens to be like one of the best experiences of my life. Definitely one of the weirdest experiences of my life, but easily one of the best. So for those who don't know, the Walsh Wednesday podcast, it's a podcast that I currently do. I've been doing for years. It's about music and motivation, and it strives to have conversations towards unity and understanding while offering a platform for creators of all kinds and just storytelling and getting the best stories out there. And it's been a lot of different things throughout the years. Currently, it's a podcast. You can check it out on most main streaming platforms. But let's go back to the very beginning. As you mentioned, the cafeteria story. We're going to go back to how it all started, man. So we're going to go back to December 2013. That was the winter of my sophomore year of high school. And it's odd. It's odd. So I had a project to do for my chemistry class, chemistry of all things. And it was a presentation, and we were allowed to get extra credit if we did something creative or artful with the presentation. It was a presentation on the elements. My element happened to be Krypton. So I decided to rewrite the lyrics of the 3 Doors Down song, Kryptonite, and make it work and fit. And I got the extra credit, and it worked out. But the next period was lunch. So I just had my guitar with me. I bring it down to lunch. I'm sitting at my table. I'm doing my thing. And my friends are like, Connor, you should play something. I was like, all right, sure. I guess I can play something right here in our little corner. I'll try not to be too loud. And they're like, no, you got to play for everybody. It was like, no, what are you talking about? Nobody's gonna want that. And they're hounding me. And I'm refusing. why would anybody want that? Come on, it's a cafeteria full of high schoolers. It's like that would be so looked at as lame. Somebody would be whatever. But then some friends from another table see me with the guitar, and they're like, "Yo, Connor's got the guitar. Play us something." And then they start chanting my name, Connor, Connor, Connor. They get everybody in the cafeteria to do it by this point now, and I'm like,
That's huge, man.
I guess I got to do it. And I can't tell you what came over me, but I just stood up on the cafeteria table and I started playing a couple songs, and I'm dancing all around. I'm going from table to table, running around, playing in front of people's faces, getting up onto their table. It was insane. I think I played like 3-4 songs maybe for everybody, and everybody's phones are out and everybody's into it. Everybody's really getting into it. And for whatever, oh, mind you, this was a Monday. This was a Monday that this was happening. And at the very end, I said, the guitar will be back on Wednesday. I needed it for something on Wednesday. I can't remember why I needed it on Wednesday, but I just needed it. So that night on social media, people are on Twitter, people are on Snapchat, people are on Instagram, people are on Facebook, and they're saying it's like, wow, I guess High School Musical really does exist. Or, hey, we got lunch in a show today. Or, they were saying all these different things. But the common thing that was going around was the hashtag Walsh Wednesday. They're looking forward to Wednesday. And so I didn't come up with the title. Somebody in my high school came up with it and created the hashtag. I came back in on Wednesday and I played a few more songs. It went over well again. And from then on, it just became a recurring thing that I would come in like once a month. It wasn't weekly. I didn't want to overdo it. But like once a month, I would do songs. And it was a nice break for people to kind of get them out of the mundane, inspire them to get through their classes, give them that spark of energy, something new, something spontaneous, give them something to hopefully, carry them through the rest of the period, day, week, whatever. And it was just such a fulfilling experience. And then by the time I got to college, I decided that jumping up on cafeteria tables may not be the thing to do. So that's when I made it into the video series. It was a video series, and yeah, I played music on it. I always had some kind of inspirational message, and I would have guests on. One of the first episodes I did was on the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life at our campus, and showed the big event and everything that was going on. And then the next episode after that was a Pie to the Face challenge for Lupus Awareness Month. It's where I sat outside our cafeteria and I would have people pie me in the face and to try to raise money. And we raised what, like $200 off that. Is like it sounds small, but like considering it's like it's a college crowd, that's actually kind of cool. Like, yeah. So, and it just kept spiraling and spiraling, and it was kind of a hobby that I did, but I always wanted it to be more. And then with this year, I know like there needed to be this past year, I should say. It's no longer 2020. It doesn't feel like it, but there was that need for human interaction. There was that need for socialization. There was that need for hope. There was that need for that kind of inspiration. And Walsh Wednesday, I was doing that as a live stream concert each week. I would come up with different songs to play each week. But then I took a break during the summer just because it was getting to be a lot. But during that break, I prepped the podcast. I wanted to take it to the next level. I knew that I'm out of college now. I wanted to make this something serious. I wanted to make it something lasting, and I wanted to make it something that was easily attainable and understandable to people from all over the place. And right now, we're like the 13th episode releases this week, and I am extremely blessed by all the support that people have given it. And all the stories and songs that have gotten to be shared throughout it. It's been a remarkable experience, and I can't wait to see where it continues to grow.
Man, congratulations with that, man. From taking something that's just a hobby to something special, and it's got lots of stories. I think that's one thing that I really admire from you, the way you tell your story. I couldn't even stop you anyway there, man, because the way the flow and how it makes sense and how inspiring it is, because you never know what everyone else is going through that day, and you could just cheer them up, lift them up, and
Amen.
it's those small pickup things, that really make music something special, because right now we're going through this whole season, this whole pandemic and stuff. People need that pickup. They need
Yeah.
a little extra lift, and I think musicians, especially right now is the time. And if we can get into different forms of platforms of music and entertaining and get into podcasting, I think that's what's a highlight for me right now, because you're more than just an artist. You're actually making sure that you're creating content, entertaining people, but still finding ways to motivate people. So, would you say you were born to shine? Yeah,
Yes,
man.
I think we're all born to shine, and we have to find our various different ways in order to do it. We all got our special talents. We all have our special motivations. And I feel like with music, we get to share our emotions with everybody. My feelings, my emotions, my stories are unique to me, but
True.
the idea and the ability to feel and to emote is shared with everybody in the world. And that's what connects us, and
Exactly.
I absolutely love that. And yes, we got to find that inner light to shine, and I think I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I mean, just let us a bit more about that song, "Shine," because it's part of your album, "Away from Home."
Yes.
And I figured, with the way you just brought in the story of how you just took that moment and made everybody else feel special, and motivated them. What inspired you to do that song as well, "Shine"? Is it that whole vibe to say you were born to shine, or you just want everybody to shine?
So yeah, Shine is a very interesting song where it's taken a lot of forms. So when it comes to Shine, I've always been one about highlighting others, and that's a big thing. Where the song actually stems from, that's the second song off Away from Home, and Away from Home for the most part is actually written in chronological order. When you listen to it,
Oh,
that's pretty much the order of how I wrote it. The album's supposed to chronicle my first 3 years of college, and so Shine was at a time in the United States where that was right around the election. That was where there was a lot of uneasiness. There was a lot of confusion of what the future was going to be. I saw a lot of my friends and people I cared about really worried about where things were going to continue to go. And being this is my first year in college, I'm away from home, hence why the album's called Away from Home. I'm away from home. I'm out of my comfort zone, and I'm seeing the world in a whole new perspective. And I'm seeing much more hate than I was used to, and a lot more fear than I was used to. So, come like early 2017, I was just inspired. It's like I just wanted people to let their inner light shine through, the goodness, the purity, all that we have the potential to do. I want that to shine out there and to really highlight ourselves. Just as much as we are capable of darkness, we are so much capable of much more light. And because of that light, we that's what keeps everything going. And shine is that thing to empower us. It's supposed to motivate. It's supposed to highlight. And a funny story, Shine. I'll wrap this up. I ramble sometimes. With Shine, that was the first song that I ever did an encore with. I was performing at a Relay for Life, and I did my set, and well, I wanted to do Shine in that set, but people requested another song, and it was like, oh, I wasn't planning on doing it, but I'll bump this out and I'll move that around. And then once I was all done, they're calling encore, encore. I've never done an encore before. I'm looking for the person who's in charge. Is like, hey, is this cool? Are we good? I'm trying to find them out in the crowd. And they're like, yeah, go ahead. And then I was like, all right, I guess I'm doing an encore. And before I could do anything else, they're calling out, shine, 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 shine. And that was a really cool moment, not just to be asked to do an encore, but like to have a specific song requested. And it was like 11:30 at night. We just did the silent walk, which is for those unfamiliar with it, it's just this really beautiful moment for those who have passed and honoring those who had had cancer and all that. And it's lit up with candles all around the walk. So here we are at night in the darkness. All these candles are shining. Everybody takes out their phone. Hundreds of people in the quad are lighting up this quad in the middle of the night and letting it shine. And one of my favorite experiences as an artist, for sure.
Wow. Oh, definitely, man. Hey, we just gotta bring in the song because hey, there's no intro that beats that right now. It's time for you to shine right here on Nam Radio Spotlight with your boy Naboth RIZLA. And of course, this is an amazing song by Conor Walsh, taken from the album Away From Home. Go out and get it. It's available. That's all you gotta do. Keep it right here. We'll be back with more. All right, welcome back, everybody. That was Shine by the artist that we're speaking to right now, or should I say, the maverick that I'm speaking to right now, man. Multi-talented, yo, man from podcasting, and he's doing amazing music as well. Man, shout out to you, man, Mr. Conor Walsh. Yeah, you got too much talent, man. Where'd you get all this, man? Where'd you get all this?
It's, you know what, it's been a long time coming, and it's a lot of practice. It's a lot of hard work. I remember when I was younger, I remember even before getting guitar lessons. I started guitar lessons when I was in 4th grade, but before that I was like, oh, I know how to play guitar. I don't need, and I had no idea how to play guitar. I don't know what little 3rd grade me was talking about, but I was trying to play along with a song on TV. And then I realized, oh my God, I don't know guitar. And I think, and actually that's been a constant theme, you know, I don't know nearly as much as I think I know. And as soon as I realize and accept that, I'm in much better grounds than where I was prior. So I'm just of the mentality now is like, I know nothing. What can I learn? And as long as I keep that mentality, and I think everybody keeps that mentality regardless of what they're in, I think as long as you're always striving for bettering yourself in education, you're on the right path.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. He's got more motivation and inspiration talk. I mean, hey, he's definitely more than just an artist for sure. All right, we're going to get straight into the album that you released on November 27th, 2020, titled Away From Home. So far, we've played Shine, which is one of the songs from the, and we want to play another single that I feel some way you're trying to tell us a story there. Away from home and a signal to the sun. Away from home, a signal to the sun. So are you, what, you're sending a signal to the sun because you're away from home? Did I piece that right?
Yes, there's a lot going on with that. So Signal to the Sun, I think, is a perfect song to be talking about right now because it's about long distance. When I wrote the song, I was in a long distance relationship with this one girl, and this was before the pandemic, but I feel like it really hits home. And I would say to her,
right,
regardless of where we are, we could be looking up at the same sky, the same sun, the same light looking down upon us, wherever we are. And you know, we're really not that far apart. That was what I would say to her, like when we're like really missing each other and what we were really feeling down on ourselves, or just feeling like, oh my God, it's just distance is so tough. how are we going to do this? It's like we are under the same sun. We are taking in the same light and the same warmth. We're really not that far apart, and someday soon we'll be together physically again. And that's a huge message going on with the COVID pandemic because, you know, a lot of people had to be separated from each other. A lot of people had to keep their distance and not get to experience each other in the same ways. So, and in that case, you know, a lot of people reference their relationships as their home. Like at the time, she was an extension of home for me, and I was away from that home. And it was definitely an interesting time, just like it's an interesting time now. So I think that's really I think it all comes together. And I think a lot of people who listen to this song might be able to hear a lot of themselves in somebody and something that they are missing right now. So I hope people can get that out of it.
Yeah, definitely, man. Makes a lot of sense, and I get this whole picture that you know what, no matter where you're at. I mean, right now I'm in Zimbabwe, you are in America, and we're still making this happen. You know, we
We're
still
making
going through.
it work.
Yeah, man, we're making it work, and we're still going through whatever we're going through. So we still gotta keep that positivity, gotta keep that vibe. So as we keep that positive vibe, we gotta play that song, man. A signal from the sun, or no, a signal to the sun, right away, man. Jay, we got it right away. Shout out to Conor Walsh, taken from Away From Home. That's the album. You gotta go out and get it on all the platforms, man. He's doing crazy things. We'll be back straight after you listen to this amazing track, man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. That was a song by Conor Walsh, A Signal to the Sun, taken from his Away From Home album, which you need to go out and get. Definitely something special. We're still hanging out with him. He's live from New York. Okay, a little bit closer to New York. Yeah, man. And
New York State. New
New
York
York
State.
State.
We're north of New York City, like an hour and a half north.
Oh,
So so yeah.
yeah.
I know everybody's like there's New York, everybody assimilates New York City with the whole state is like no, there's a little bit more of us up north. We're
Oh,
still chilling.
all right, man. Yeah, he's still chilling up north, man. So, yeah, man, it's something special. I just found out that he graduated with a bachelor's degree in music industry. Congratulations, man.
Thank you very
You know,
much.
what exactly did you study, and what are the jewels that you think a lot of people that are in music should consider, you know, learning and understanding for them to be successful artists? Because I know there's a lot of things that you know the whole music industry and the whole music encompasses, and some of us miss out on those jewels and end up not having a successful career because we don't understand the nuts and bolts. Now that you're an artist and you actually studied music, uh, what suggestions would you know point out, and what exactly did you study and what can you do?
No, of course. And we could be here forever. I could do a whole master class on this if we wanted, but I'll try to get to the nuts and bolts of it.
Cool, cool.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Um, so yeah, when it comes to my education, I went to the College of St. Rose in Albany, New York. Albany is the capital of New York, and I at St. Rose they have this program, music industry department. They have a fantastic music department altogether. They have music education, music performance in the music industry, and the music industry department is like one of the best in the nation. And I was really lucky and happy to be a part of it. In that, you know, you get the regular musical training where you're getting music theory, ear training, you're being trained on your instrument. I concentrated in voice. I was a vocal major. Um, but besides that, with the industry degree, you're also getting classes and instruction in management, marketing, promotion, law, um, contracts, audio, tech, studio, things along those lines. I got a great experience working in live sound. I did a lot of work with the audio technical director where we worked in the concert hall doing shows and things along those lines. It's a broad survey of everything that you really need to know, the nuts and bolts of the business. And I was really lucky to be a part of that. When it comes to things that I've learned through school and outside stuff, but experiences I've gotten because of school, I'll try to summarize this as best as possible. Networking is a huge thing. Make sure that like the people that you know, it makes a difference. Get yourself out there, collaborate with people, co-write with people, jam with people. Don't close yourself to opportunities. Secondly, always keep yourself there. Be there. Be present. Be there for something. If the opportunity isn't there for you, make it as well. It's like you figure out how you can make the opportunity for yourself. Third, really try to understand how to email well. Be able to communicate through email, try to communicate through phone call, because if you're an independent artist, you're probably not going to have that manager right away. Or if you're looking to try to get that manager, looking for that team to back you up, you want to be able to communicate yourself as best as possible to that. Have a website. I highly recommend having a website. Having social media platforms can do a lot of good for you, but having a website where you could just send people and they're just right there and it's like, this is who I am, sounds great. Have a website. There's so much you could talk about. And hone your craft, of course. Like, make sure like you're ready, prep. You know, a lot of us are gunslingers. We want to get out there and we are so quick to shoot, but take aim, prep yourself, because a lot of the time, so many artists will put out music, great music, but if they don't promote it well, they don't have the proper plan to go forward with it, it's going to get lost in the void. And then you're never going to hear anything about it. And you're going to be like, why didn't that song do well? It's not because it's a bad song. It's because you didn't do the legwork for it. You got to make the calls. You got to try to get it onto those playlists. You got to try to get it onto independent radio. You got to be doing interviews like this. You have to be getting yourself out there. And that's like one of the biggest things. One of my life mottos, motto I've lived by for years. I'd rather regret doing something than regret doing nothing at all. You are going to fail so many times. You are going to have so many roadblocks in front of you. I interviewed this jazz violinist, Regina Carter. Highly recommend checking her out. She's fantastic. But I interviewed her once, and she said there are many ways around a roadblock. And like, think about it. It's like, you can go over, you can go around, you can find another route. It's true. There's so many. If once you get a stop somewhere, that doesn't mean that's it. Just find the other way. You know, I'm all about trusting the journey. I don't know how the journey is going to take me there, but I trust that however I take it, it's going to work out. And, you know, after 1,000 no's, it only takes one yes for something to make all the difference. And you'll hear a little bit about that in a song coming up, but I believe it 100%.
Wow, man, those are just some amazing jewels right there. And I just can't wait to hear what more you've got in your music, because if you're sharing all this and this is just an interview session, I can imagine what the music has got, man, because you dropping so much. So here to perform a music straight from his amazing album. By the way, we just have to say goodbye to the listeners that are listening to us on the radio show. And yeah, man, if you can, all you got to do is switch over to the YouTube channel and you can get to watch him perform live. But until then, please, God bless.